Designing practical HyFlex learning activities aligned with learning outcomes and teaching strategies. When you design activities for HyFlex teaching, your goal is to ensure that all students, whether in person, online live, or asynchronous, can achieve the intended learning outcomes. This is the core idea of constructive alignment. Everything you plan, the teaching strategies, the learning activities, the assessments, should work together to help students achieve what you want them to learn. It's not about adding activities for the sake of it. It's about designing purposeful learning experiences that clearly lead to your outcomes. In HyFlex contexts, this alignment requires us to think carefully about equivalency. This doesn't mean forcing everyone to do identical tasks. Instead, it means providing equivalent opportunities to learn and practice the same skills or concepts across all modes. Students should be able to demonstrate the same learning, even if they do it through different activities tailored to their mode of participation. A key approach to achieve this is Universal Design for Learning, or UDL. UDL encourages us to design for variability from the start, rather than patching solutions later for students who are remote, asynchronous, or have different needs. It's a proactive mindset. UDL asks us to anticipate differences in time and availability, place and technology access, learning preferences and needs. By thinking ahead, we can avoid creating barriers that exclude certain groups of students. UDL is structured around 3 core principles that work beautifully for HyFlex design. Multiple means of engagement. How do you motivate and involve all students? How do you ensure every learner feels invited to participate, whether in class, online live, or asynchronously? Multiple means of representation. How do you present content in ways that all students can access and understand? Think about using text, video, audio, diagrams, live explanation, and asynchronous resources. Multiple means of action and expression. How do you allow students to demonstrate their learning in different ways? Consider live discussions, written reflections, collaborative documents, or recorded presentations. In HyFlex activity design, applying UDL means intentionally planning options that work across modalities. It's about ensuring that in-person discussions, live online sessions, and asynchronous forums are all designed to offer meaningful, equivalent learning experiences. For example, imagine you want students to analyze a case study or debate a complex question. In person, you might use structured small group debates in class with a facilitator. Online, synchronous, you could use breakout rooms and shared online whiteboards for the same discussion prompts. Asynchronous, you might set up a well-guided forum discussion with deadlines for initial posts and peer responses. The cognitive demand is the same. The mode of engagement is tailored, but the learning opportunity is equivalent. Another robust framework for designing aligned HyFlex activities is ACAD, Activity-Centered Analysis and Design. ACAD helps you analyze and plan learning activities along 3 key dimensions. Epistemic, the learning tasks themselves. What thinking and doing are involved? Are the tasks meaningful, clear, and challenging enough to support the outcome? Social, how learners interact and collaborate. Do all modes allow for peer interaction and shared meaning-making? Is the social structure inclusive of all students? Set, the physical and digital tools and environments. Are the tools chosen accessible in all modes? Are they equally effective for collaboration and engagement? ACAD is particularly valuable in HyFlex because it helps you avoid unintentional gaps between modalities. For example, if your in-person task is rich and collaborative, but your asynchronous task is just passive reading, the epistemic dimension is misaligned. If online students can't easily interact with peers, the social dimension breaks down. If tools require high-speed internet or special software only available in the lab, the set dimension becomes a barrier for remote learners. By explicitly considering these 3 dimensions, you can plan activities that are genuinely aligned with learning outcomes for everyone. UDL offers design principles to ensure inclusion and flexibility. ACAD provides a practical analysis framework to ensure your activities are well structured across all dimensions. When you apply these frameworks to your HyFlex activity design, you're not making things more complicated. You're making them more intentional, equitable, and effective. You're ensuring that all students, regardless of where or how they participate, can learn meaningfully, achieve the same outcomes, and feel part of a truly inclusive learning environment.